Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Investor Financing Podcast. And on today's show, we're going to do another session of questions and answers. Remember, you can go to investorfinancingpodcast.com/ask and you can enter in your question and we'll answer them live on the show. We appreciate your questions. So let's get started.
All right, this one comes from Wyatt. He says, "Hey, Beau, my wife and I want to purchase a business and we haven't had any luck finding any existing businesses to purchase, so we started looking at franchises. We'd like to finance this. What are some things we should look for in a franchise which may make it easier to get financing in the form of an SBA 7A loan? Thanks."
All right, Wyatt. So first of all, I would say we're going to go and look on the SBA directory. We're going to see if it's on the directory, meaning that it's been approved. Doesn't mean that it's been vetted out by SBA, but it's been approved. So it's an eligible franchise for SBA financing. They may go away with the directory, I heard, but for right now, everybody's using the directory as far as all the lenders that work on the SBA program. So I'd go there first and see if it's viable. And then I would do all of your homework on the franchise and figure out what the estimated total project cost would be, the franchise fees, all the startup fees, depending if it's a brick and mortar location or if it's a home-based business. The franchise fees can vary anywhere from $75,000 to well over $1 million and some $4 or $5 million. So it just really depends on what type of franchise concept you're looking for. But so you start with the directory. It's on the directory. What are the total project costs? So now you have an estimate. Hey, it's going to be $1 million to get this thing up and running, and we're putting in $100,000 into this budget because we need some operating capital. So we figure out what the total budget's going to be, and then from there, it's going to come down to filling out some of the basic forms, the SBA Form 413, which is personal financial statement. So you will, if there's a collateral shortfall, meaning there's no real estate involved, typically there is a collateral shortfall. You must be aware that SBA guidelines say that they would look for additional collateral. So I always like to tell clients that I'm working with that you need to know that if there's a collateral shortfall, which on a business or franchise acquisition like this, there's going to be probably a collateral shortfall, but they will look for additional collateral such as primary resident or rental properties. So just let's get that on the table. That could happen. If you do own any real estate assets, they're probably going to put a secondary lien on that property. So you should be made aware of that. So then from there, depending on the concept. So the other thing we really want to look at is how many units does this franchise have? Does it have 10 or 15, which is a very small amount, or does it have 200 or 300? It's a well-established franchise. Some franchises have thousands of units. So really, if it doesn't have a lot of units, it makes it a little bit tougher because it's not a proven franchise concept yet. It's still what we would consider an emerging franchise concept. So you really have to look at that. Doesn't mean it's not financeable. It is. I'm just telling you, it will make it a little bit tougher, especially if it's like in a tougher industry like the restaurant industry, for example. So just be aware of that. You know what your total project costs are. And the banks are going to overlay the guidelines. SBA guidelines say they're going to look for at least 10% equity injection. Most banks are going to say we want 15 or 20% equity injection. So be aware of that. But to kind of bypass all of that, I offer a 15-minute strategy call. I don't charge for this. You can book a call below. We can discuss this. I can help you get everything ready. We can look at your franchise concepts. I can give you some ideas there, and then we can get you to the right bank or non-bank SBA lending partner. Great question. Thank you very much. Hi, if you'd like to book a call with me and discuss SBA financing, whether it's a 7A or 504, or you just don't know where to start, maybe it's a startup business, you're buying an existing business, you're buying a franchise, you're building a new office building, you want to expand your existing business, we have multiple solutions. I can walk you through the 7A and the 504 and the SBA loan process. And if you have any other questions on any other types of financing, I'm happy to book a call with you. The link's below. Look forward to seeing you soon. Hey guys, Beau here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.